Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes out there. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been? Well, we're through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. More on that later. Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 10 a.m. It's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion matters. Get them comments in now. Let's get it going. It's kick-off time. Come on, you Foxes.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content, like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live. Thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Follow Blinds, Pocker Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Nubian Co, and the Foxes Arms and Rainbows. We are live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all, how the devil are you? An absolutely fantastic, stupendous game, whatever it was. The second half was anyway, wasn't it? As bad as the first half was, it was as good as the second half. It was absolutely brilliant, the second half. The old cliche came into mind that game of two halves, a very much game of two halves. And on that note, I'm going to bring Reedy in. He's had a few little problems this morning. Let's see if he's working. Is it all working, Reedy?
Can you hear me?
That's better. That's a lot better. Reedy's having a few technical problems. For the bloke that just has to push a button and has no problems, to the bloke that knows everything about what's going on, can't get it working. But he's here. Well done, Reedy. Thanks for joining, pal.
No, it's fine. I'm slowly fixing it. I still have an issue.
Slowly fixing it. You were there yesterday. Morning, Kerry. How are you? How's everyone? Hope you're well. There's been lots of mornings. There's been lots of hellos, as you've seen. I've been putting the comments on all the time. You were there, Reedy. Like I say, the game of two halves. At half time, how worried were you at half time? Be honest.
We should have been 2 or 3 nil down.
Actually struck in first half, wasn't it?
We should have been 2 or 3 nil down. When you were saying about the keeper saved us, I've looked back. A lot of their shots were easy saves for a keeper. For me, I've had a look. You said after I...
You said to me yesterday, he caught him. He had no problem. He didn't catch him.
No, I'm saying that there were a lot of the shots were basically in his grasp, in his hands to get to. They weren't stretched hands out to try and save top bins. A lot of them were saves that we should expect from a keeper. So for me, yes, we should have been 2 or 3 nil down, but he did what he had to do, and we went into the second half different. So I'm glad we came into it.
Sorry for Reedy sound, everyone. That's why he's having problems. It's a bit robotish this morning, still Reedy with you. I don't know what it is, Mike. I don't know what it is. But a little bit. You're perfect. We can understand you for once, which makes a change. He made 10 changes, right? He put 10 years in. The only one was Hamza, wasn't it? The only one that played was Hamza from the Ipswich game. Do you think it was because of them 10 changes, lack of game time, a bit of nerves, and some of the players have been sat on the bench? And do you think it was like an audition that had gone wrong for them, an interview had gone wrong that first half, and they weren't up for it?
No, I think a lot of players performed well. I thought Cover played well. I thought Nelson played well. There's a lot of players that I think played well, but as a team, I don't think it clicked well. I don't think it clicked at all well. Or struggling midfielders, not as much as obviously Cover was playing well. So attacking threat, obviously Marcel for me was absolutely non-existent.
Yeah, he wasn't brought into the game, was he? But the stats at half time showed there was more, even though it didn't look like he didn't have any of the game, a lot of the stats showed that it was down his side of the pitch on the TV.
It's because the
A
keeper
lot of
kept
it was down there, but he didn't really do a lot with it, did he? Unfortunately.
It's because the keeper kept pointing it down to his side, and he never won the header. So for me, we kept saying it every time the keeper was kicking the ball out. We were looking for Wanya, Marcel to even try and win the ball, but they're just not going to do it. So yeah, and like that Facebook user says, he was. I'm sorry, but he was absolutely shocking yesterday.
Yeah, Hamza. Yeah, I even thought Hamza was still drunk.
I'm not saying this to punish him, but he should not be on the pitch. This quickly after what's happened, his mindset wasn't in it.
Yeah, who's that one? Neil has just said, not nervous, Jamie. The experienced players let us down in the first half. Hamza, Cody, Pratt. See, I know, everyone knows that I love a bit of DP in that middle of that part. And yes, he grew into the game, but I think that's because that was his first start for, I don't know how long, I can't remember when he last started. I think since August, I think it was. And I think he grew into the game. Wasn't a world beater of a game, but I think he grew into the game. And because we didn't have a lot of the ball, then I think that's why we didn't see much of DP, which I like. And then he scored his goal, which I think proved his worth of a player that can score goals. And he started to do more bits. When the game got stretched, he was able to bring players into the game and win balls and drive forward. Which was very enjoyable. I'm just going to bring Jono in. She's just been waiting in the background a minute. Morning, Jono. How are you, pal?
I'm good.
Talking about Dennis Pratt, someone said he didn't really offer a lot. What do you think about Dennis Pratt? I mean, I know you didn't. You just said you didn't. You saw most of the second half. You didn't see much of the first half. What did you think of him in the game?
I think in the first half you can't really give any praise. You can't really rate any players because they were all awful. We were all awful in the first half, but the second half.
One thing, Jono, Martin, we're not complaining again after a decent win. We're complaining about the first half. And if you enjoyed that first half, Martin, then fair bit. But we're not actually complaining about anything. We're just talking. We're talking the game over because it was a game of two halves. Sorry, Jono, I just wanted to get that.
That's right. I thought DP was good in the second half. Like most players, they improved. Took his chance really well. Got that goal to absolutely seal the deal towards the end of the game. Because what we like to make things hard for ourselves and get complacent. So we settled the win. I agree. Like he hasn't had the most game time, and if you want, I think we should try best to keep him in the summer. Just got to play more. Like I reckon, if Dewsbury Hall just can he play with Dewsbury Hall?
Don't say that.
But I think he did improve in the second half and he took his goal well.
Yeah. Really, would you agree with this? The first half was probably the worst performance of the season, yes? Would you say?
Yeah, but there's obviously reasons behind it. It was because we put on nearly a full different team out, so there's no shock to why. And I was saying that before the half-time whistle, so I said that we've got to be changing at half-time or we are going to lose this game. So because it was going that way completely.
It was, wasn't it? It shows that Enzo, we've all been sort of commenting about how he used his subs, Jono. He bought 3 subs on at half time and they sort of changed the game. JJ, Pereira and McAteer all came on, didn't they? And they changed his game. So he looked at his bench and thought, right, I've got some first team experienced players that have been doing well for me. Does that say much about what he's got on the bench when it's the first team squad? He doesn't want to use because he doesn't think they're strong enough, Jono.
I personally think he went too amateur too much. Like he went for the young players, for the academy players. He went for most of them, and that almost cost us because when you play against a weaker team, they're going to go falling at you because they know if they overrun you, they're going to beat you. So when they saw our team, I bet they were rubbing their hands together because they know they could take advantage of these young players who don't have experience of these big cup games. We won it 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of pressure on us to, do well. And I think he went too weak with our team too quickly. Ben Nelson definitely should have played. I like Marcel playing because it gives our wingers a break.
But he didn't really do a lot yesterday, did
he?
He
didn't. But who did? Who did in the first half?
Well, the one I want to talk about is I don't know what you thought about him at the game, Reedy. Brandon Cover.
Yeah, I thought
it was good.
That ball found to Vardy.
He was unlucky. Yeah, that ball was absolutely fantastic. He was unlucky to be taken off, but there's a big but. We did need to make changes, and unfortunately, I think with his inexperience, he had to come off. But I don't think he did anything wrong. What he did, he looked better in the tackle on the ball. He wasn't that good on the ball, but his positioning sense and winning the ball back, I thought was pretty good. So he was unlucky to be taken off, but I think he could be one for the future. I think he's only 20. I mean, there was 8 academy graduates in that matchday squad. I know all 8 didn't take part. That's still some doing, having 8 academy players.
Yeah, completely. And they were both on my side in that first half, and you could see the amount of physical.
And Reedy's gone.
Sound's gone, Reedy. Yeah. He's gone. He's got it. That's what the problem is. Mr. Magical on the keyboard is not so magical at the minute. Really bring yourself in when you're sorted. Yeah, he was saying that they're all down his side. Cover was down there. And the old joke was coming out. We had Cover at the back yesterday, which was quite good. Jono, the second half was a much improved performance. And that first goal after 90 seconds does something to Tony Mowbray's team talk that you just need to do. Now, he'd have gone in. Tony Mowbray wouldn't have been the player that, wouldn't have been the manager that would have said, "Oh yeah, well done, carry on, keep good." He'd have changed things, and that was 90 seconds goal. The goal after 90 seconds would have made a huge difference to his team talk, and it was. I don't know. Brighton Vardy. It brings back memories of the title-winning challenge.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Brighton, I think what this has done has made Enzo realise that we've got another way of playing because. Brighton is the one who can whip those balls in. If we're really struggling to get goals, bring on Brighton, and the team thinks, damn, they've got another angle of scoring now because Daka isn't short, Iheanacho isn't short, Vardy isn't short, so those crosses coming in are going to be deadly. So we need to this opportunity to use him in these games.
Like Harry said, great old school goal, which it was. It was a great old school goal, wasn't it? It's what you want from people like Brighton. You know them crosses are going to come in. It's simple as them crosses, and it makes you wonder why he doesn't play more. But he's not that pacey winger anymore, is he? Unfortunately,
which is why we could bring him on. If we're really struggling, bring him on in the game to give us another angle. I'm not saying start him because that'd be too slow, but play him if he's struggling for goals. Because as soon as we changed things up second half, he got the assist for Vardy.
Yeah, Martin says there was no tippy tappy. There was still times where we were a bit sloppy at the back, but I think that was because the defence. When you've got Callum Doyle that's just come back from injury, they didn't look match fit to me actually. Doyle, Cody, Ben Nelson, and Cover at the back, and even Chowdhury that part. I think that's why we looked a bit sloppy. But I do wish we would get rid of the goal kicks, having the keeper in the middle of the goal and the 2 centre-halves on the edge of the 6-yard box.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all because it gets the players onto them, doesn't it?
It invites pressure on, but I feel that we don't lose the ball as much as we did previous seasons. Like Bruno tried to play and we got punished all the time. With Enzo, we get only punished a few times. Obviously, we will get punished, but it seems to that Hansen, what's brilliant is it? Hansen is very calm on the ball.
Yeah.
So, and he's very calm on the ball. So it does work, but if it's not working, change it. Don't always go with it.
Yeah. Where was this question? Wayne just said it was Route 1 football for the first goal. I wouldn't quite call it Route 1 football. It was more of a counter-attack football, wasn't it? I've lost there it is. It was Route 1 football. I wouldn't say it was Route 1 football for the first goal, was it? It was a decent counter-attack from one of their corners. Atgun got it in the middle. I thought Atgun played quite well, actually. He had space plays, a bit trickery. He jinked inside, and then he threw the ball, passed the ball out to Albrighton. And where sometimes you get the wingers touch, cross. Albrighton seemed to know he had one touch, put the ball straight into the box, a quick delivery into the box, which is what we need, to be honest.
Yeah, like he knew exactly where Vardy wants to be. Like he didn't stand there and aim, didn't have to position himself. He got the ball and instantly knew where Vardy wanted it, crossed it in, bang, goal. Yeah. That's what you need sometimes.
I'm just going to bring Reedy back in. Reedy, you there, pal? You sorted?
Yeah, I've had to go onto my blooming phone,
So the man that knows everything, Jono, he's now dropped his 10 computers he's got at home and he's using his phone now instead.
Yeah.
I've got wires everywhere. I'm giving up.
I'll plug up your backside. That might work next time.
Yeah, I'm giving up now. So.
What were you saying about cover? You were saying he was near you. He was on your side of the pitch at the first half.
He was on my side of the pitch. Obviously, and Ben Nelson was as well. And you could see the physicality. You could see how positive they look when they're going forward and whatnot. Like I said, that ball to Vardy was very, very good to see. And yeah, like I say, there was nothing wrong with him in that first half. We just when we saw the positions come on up that are coming on, like I say, Pereira, McAtee, you could tell that there was a few players that were going to come off, even though they didn't deserve to. So the first half wasn't amazing, but there was some good performances out there.
Just one thing before John, the other Jono's come in. Disappointing though, ground wasn't full. Some fans didn't want to watch us. It's the FA Cup. I heard should watch Foxes as much as possible. Yeah, I think it's true. The ground was 4,000 seats empty yesterday. The tickets were half price, and it still wasn't full, Jono. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Like, I think I saw a post, someone saying we haven't got as big of a fan base that people might have thought. Maybe people are annoyed with in the Championship still. Maybe they're annoyed at the football. But it just seems like Leicester fans are they feel like they're quite spoiled. So they always want us to be playing against the big teams. We always want us to be achieving well. But we're in the Championship, fighting for the promotion, and we're in a bad run of form at the moment. It's just the way it is. But no matter what you're doing, you've got to support your team, and you can't say people are like the same as empty because people have jobs, people are busy. But I don't know.
Right, let's just bring the other Jono in. Morning, Jono. How are you, pal?
Morning, all. Morning, everyone.
So your technology's working proper than Reedy's technology is this morning.
Hope so.
So what did you? We've talked about Albright and Vardy's goal. What about Atgun's goal? That was some stunning goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was, really nice goal. Nicely taken. He showed bits and bobs, hasn't he, of quality, I think. He's not consistently done it all the time, but I think there is definitely a player in there, isn't there? Definitely at this sort of level as well. Would have question marks on whether he's good enough for the Premier League, but he's on loan, isn't he? So
yes. Well, according to Paul, if he plays 8 or 9 more games, we have to buy him. I thought that was just in Fatou's contract. I didn't realise that was in Atgun's contract as well.
Well, out of those two, I'd prefer to sign Fatou than Atgun. But it was a nicely taken goal, so good on him. We needed that second goal, didn't we? We always do, don't we? Need to get that second goal.
Yeah, it was such a relief because it was getting to that stage where you thought, Birmingham sneak one, the old squeaky bum time, nerves are going to come, Jono, and it's another goal, and we're talking another late goal, and we're talking about what we didn't want to talk about that's happening quite regularly at the minute, aren't we, Jono?
So who are you talking to?
Southern Jono.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen it, haven't we? There seems to be a pattern at the moment where if we go ahead in games, then we let it slip, and we've got into that sort of pattern, haven't we, over the recent few games? So we need that second goal. We were saying it against Ipswich, weren't we? We need that second goal, and look what happened. So I think it was, to get that second goal was a relief for me. I was like, yeah, a bit like probably everyone else, worried that we might let it slip in the last 10 minutes. So getting that second really sort of consolidated and made sure that we got the third, that second goal was all important.
Yeah, because really, when we got that third, I mean, I know that killed the game off because it was about 85th minute, wasn't it? Something like that.
Minute.
88th minute. But if Birmingham had scored to make it 2-1, it would have been squeaky bum time. So when we scored, Reedy, that third goal, the pressure was just off, and everyone thought, right, thank God for that, game over, Reedy.
Yeah. Again, it was a good ball over the top to Cannon, and obviously the keeper was already halfway out halfway his box. So again, it was good to see another goal, and it's glad to see Pratt scoring. But it just
people love a bit of DP there, pal.
I do, yeah. And some people have been saying that, it was nice to thump someone, but it's only the cup in my eyes. Like I say, we've been struggling the last couple of games, and we brought in a whole new squad basically to play against Birmingham, and we did struggle to begin with, and we had to bring all the good players on for me to win the game. I don't think we would have won it if we didn't bring the subs on.
Yeah. The changing point, Geordie Jono, was the subs, wasn't it? That was a huge changing point.
This is what frustrates me about Enzo, because sometimes he gets his tactics bang on perfect. Like the second half, he realised that we're playing like crap, and he changed it, and we won the second half comfortably. But in a game like Ipswich, he got his tactics completely wrong, where he made changes were confusing, and we couldn't game manage, and we conceded late, and we could have potentially lost that game. So I know he's a growing manager, but this is what frustrates me sometimes. It's a bit. He needs to get more confident with his choices and his substitutions, and I don't know. It's a bit funny.
I would say he's slightly different to that, though. I would say.
Hold on, Jono. Just going back on to about Clive said, don't you realise we have 3 home games in 1 week and people just can't afford to go each game? Yes, I totally agree. You've got a Monday night and a Tuesday night game. But this was a general ticket sale for 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock kickoff, which means the kids don't have to go to school on the Sunday. They might have to get up to go football, fair enough. But it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. They had a chance. It was half price tickets compared to league games, and they still didn't fill the ground out, even though it was on general sale. That's just, sorry about that. That's just what I wanted to answer his question. Go on, Joe. Sorry.
No, I think you got a point there as well, actually, Jamie. The fact that it was cheaper tickets, there was opportunity to go, and people are moaning about not going. Every time I go, it's quite a struggle to get a ticket, but I manage. And obviously, people could say, well, how often do I go? But I go as much as I can.
I mean, it's worked. The general sale bit has worked-ish, but it's still not a full and not. Anyway, it's enough like we're talking about the football, not the ticket.
I do know friends that did go that haven't got memberships and stuff yesterday. So fair play. There were people that did make the effort that don't normally have a chance to go. I know 3 or 4 families that have made the effort yesterday. So fair play. There were people that did do that, but yeah, it's disappointing.
Not for yesterday. Whoever that Facebook user is wasn't.
Mum was 17
for adults.
yesterday.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, 18 for adults. Yeah. Go on, Jono. Sorry, carry on what you're saying about the football. Sorry, pal.
Yeah. I was saying about what Jono was saying. I do understand what you're saying, but I think the fact that he gave some of the youngsters a go yesterday was actually a brave thing to do. He gave them a bit of game time, but then he realised, yeah, you're right, it wasn't working at half time, so he dragged them off and made sure we got the victory. So I think in that case, credit to him for giving them a chance. It could have been different. We could have been winning at half time if they'd been playing well, and therefore everyone would be singing his praises. So he realised that to get the result, he had to drag a few off, and that's what he did. So we got the result and we move on. So I think credit to Enzo, I think, in my eyes, for giving them a go.
Well, before the show started, I actually did say to Jamie that I do agree we should have started some of the players. Like Ben Nelson was really good.
Yeah, he was.
But I did say to him that we should have gone weaker, but not that weak. We should have still kept on some key players. And I'm happy I saw some academy graduates, but just not as many as we did see.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, last thing about the tickets, because I've started something here that I'm going to finish. yes, both clubs do have to agree the price. It's not just Leicester that say, right, that's the ticket prices. They have to come to some compromise over the tickets. And there was another comment here from Joanne that I put up. I didn't read out. Taking account it's January. A lot of people paid the last week before Christmas, might not have had expense. Yes, Joanna, I know it's expensive to go football. It's expensive for me to go football when I want to go. But all I'm saying is, people will say, well, the general sale for last week for the Ipswich game, the general sale for the Swansea. They wanted a general sale for 3:00 on a Saturday afternoon, half price tickets. That's what I'm saying. It was half price tickets, and we still couldn't fill the game, fill it up. Yes, I know there's a lot of expenditure to pay out after Christmas. I totally understand that. Work as well, but people wanted it, and it's because it wasn't full. That's my. It worked-ish. Going on general sale, it worked-ish. Yes, it worked-ish. But not how I think Ipswich got a full house against Maidstone. It wasn't full of Maidstone fans. It was a lot of Ipswich fans that made the difference as well. Anyway, enough about tickets. We're talking about the players. I want to know in the comments everyone's man of the match, because Reedy's got a different man of the match to me. But everyone, Geordie Jono, man of the match, and everyone in the comments, man of the match.
Mark Albrighton, simple.
Mark Albrighton.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know it gives you 100%. For me, it wouldn't. For me, it'd be the keeper, Jacobs, the keeper, the Polish keeper. I can't pronounce his name.
His distribution wasn't that good, though. He couldn't distribute it that well.
He made them saves, didn't he? He made them saves. Stolarkovic or whatever his name is. And Reedy, what did you say?
What, for my man of the match?
Yeah.
I've got two. One being Brandon Cover. I think he was outstanding in the first half. I thought he did well. But the second half, I'm going to have to give it to Pereira, because he literally changed the game the moment he came on the pitch. So for me, it had to be Pereira.
Yeah. Southern Jono, what did you think about man of the match?
Two good shouts there. I would have gone for the keeper, Stolarczyk, is it?
I think so. Call him Jacob.
Yeah. He kept us in the game in the first half. If it wasn't for him, we would have been 2 or 3 down, I think. And then it would have been a game over. So saying that, I like Ricardo Pereira as well.
I think I said what Aggie said, saying he's expecting to make.
Well, saves he should have made, yes. But if there wasn't a keeper, then he wouldn't have saved him. Somebody had to save him.
But yeah, but you've got to keep it there. That's the problem.
So, yeah, because I thought Ben Nelson looked really, for his age, he's got old head on young shoulders, hasn't he, Southern Jono? Old head on young shoulders. And he looked quite calm and collective on the ball. And he was clearing up. He looked neat and tidy. He had a bit of pace on him for 6'4" and a bit. He had a bit of pace on him.
Yeah, I really like what I saw there. He seems to be been around for ages, Ben Nelson, but you don't realise he's only 20 or something, isn't he? He's
19,
really
actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe we've got a little gem there. I think, hopefully he progresses and continues, and he'll become a Premier League player next year, hopefully. Let's wait and see.
We've got a bit of a wait now. And no, we haven't got a bit of a wait, sorry. You've got Swansea on Tuesday. Sorry, I think it was Saturday in my head. We've got Swansea on Tuesday. Reedy, you'll be there. What kind of team do you think? There's going to be thousands of changes. Who do you think has anybody staked a claim from that team on yesterday to play on Tuesday night?
I think one player deserves to be straight back into that team, especially with the positions we're missing as well, and it's Atgun.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think Dennis Pratt should be in there, but with Dewsbury having that one spot already, if he is fit, there's only one spot left. So, and if I'm totally honest, I did rate Atgun's performance yesterday. So
yeah, he did do well. I thought he did well when the chips were down in that second half. That first half lacked passion, and spirit. What I think you ought to give no matter what. But that second half,
he's got the dribbling that a lot of players we don't have. So it's good to see that he's got a bit of skill to him now. So,
well, yeah, I would. So you'd bring Atgun in the Wilf role, yes, and bring Winks and Dewsbury Hall back into the squad. Would you?
I think Hall go back in other than
Vardy or Cannon?
After this game, I'd probably say Vardy, but I don't think he will play because he's only just played. So you'll probably switch Cannon back in.
Southern Jono.
Yeah, it's only 3 days after the last game, so I can't see Vardy playing. Maybe on the bench. I'd put Cannon back in for this one. I think there's a shout for Atgun, definitely. But doesn't he play in the left channel better than the right? And so I'm wondering whether if KDH is playing,
didn't Atgun play in the right channel yesterday?
Yeah, they swapped. Well, against Ipswich, they swapped it over, didn't they? Because Dewsbury Hall was on the right hand side.
Yeah, that's true. They did swap it around, didn't they?
And
so
what would you do
is KDH going to play? That's the other question. I mean,
here we go.
Here we go. Transfers. Here we go.
It's been on 30 minutes, and Southern Jono's the first one to mention. I should have done Dewsbury Hall bingo, shouldn't I? Southern Jono was the first one to mention. Will he be playing? He was left out yesterday to be rested.
Yeah,
that's all it was. Rested. Does that mean Winks is going? Does that mean Vestergaard's going? I'm not sure, but I'm just having a laugh with you there, Jono. Yeah, he was just rested, wasn't he? Dewsbury Hall, I can't see him being sold for 30 million. I think that's dirt cheap.
It's 40 mil actually, because it's so late in the window, we're expecting 40 mil plus. And there's no one ever's going to.
What do you think to the team on Tuesday night? They'll be back to normal, won't it? The only one is the Wills position, isn't it?
Yeah, Tom Cannon definitely back in. I will start Albrighton on the right. I will start Albrighton because I think he's, in this, I think in football, you got to earn your place. You can't. It's not a God-given right to be in a position. Albrighton,
I don't think he had the greatest of game yesterday. All I thought he did was cross the ball into Vardy.
But haven't we been struggling to create haven't we been struggling to break teams down? If that's one way to get into the box, and that's another way, isn't it?
I don't know. I just get bored of Albrighton just crossing the ball every 2 minutes. That's all I can do.
That's what we want from them, getting the ball, crossing it over.
No, sure. I know, but when it gets
unless that's me going back 30 years and being
I do know that's him, but now we've got into a new system and a new style of play and whatnot. When it goes to Brighton, I just know what's happening. So
yeah, but the thing is, if we start struggling to break teams down, if we bring on Albrighton, right, the teams will go, oh, damn, they've got to watch the crosses and the press. You've got two ways of getting into the box, and it'd be harder for teams to watch us.
It's actually Thursday night, Dave. It's Thursday night. The window closes. Right. Well, just now we've talked about that, but the big question is though, Southern Jono, we're number 6 this afternoon. Draws on ITV at 10-2 ish.
Yeah.
Who do you want in the draw? Everyone in the comments. Who do you want? There's been quite a few replays. There's 4 replays needed, and there's still 4 more games to go. Who do you fancy, Southern Jono? Before we let you go, who do you fancy?
I want Luton.
But that's near enough next door to you, isn't it?
Well, not just that, but also I've got some really good friends that are Luton fans, and I want to just play them. That'd be great. I think just for my own personal benefit. Also, I might be able to get there, but I'm not sure if I'll get a ticket. Who knows? And yeah, also because they're Premier League, but they're lower Premier League, I think that we have a good go against them, and I think we'd be able to probably beat them. I think so for all those reasons, really.
I'm not sure I'd want Forest. I want Forest. Again, we played them in 92. You didn't go to the game in 92. I thought you'd have gone to that one, pal, in the League Cup. Sure, it was in 92, somewhere early doors. Kitson was playing for us. You were too young, Aggie, to go, were you? We're ball number 6 then, Jono. So you want Luton. What, home and away, Jono?
I didn't say Luton, did I?
No. Southern Jono.
Luton away. That'd be great. Luton away. Don't care.
And I won't let you go because I've got to ask you the score. No to Maidstone. Jono wants bragging rights over Luton. Geordie Jono, ball number 6. Who do you fancy then? Come on, pal.
Everyone loves a good old 69, don't they? Because Mason's number 69.
Oh, right, yeah. You want
Mason's number 9, so good old 6-9.
Maidstone. 6-9, the Maidstone line.
Yeah. 69 for me. I want to play Maidstone away. because I also, the FA Cup for me is also a good opportunity for lower league teams to get money. If we play Maidstone away, the money will trickle down, and it'll be a good old-fashioned FA Cup tie. Maidstone away.
We've already done the
Were you there? I get
M69
that game. Were you that Wrexham? I don't think Wrexham are out, aren't they? Let me just have a look at the list. No, Wrexham are out. Oh no, they've got Blackburn to play today. They've got Blackburn.
Yeah, they're not going to be a Blackburn.
No, they play tomorrow.
Oh, they play tomorrow. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, really, that'd be if we got Wrexham away, you'd find out where it is, wouldn't you, pal?
Funny.
Read it. Well, like we say, we're ball number 6. Who do you fancy?
Give me Liverpool. Give me Man United. Give me.
Oh, for God's sake!
Wow.
Give me
Well,
Luton. Wait. Give me Liverpool. Give me Man United away, or give me Luton, or give me Maidstone at home.
You can only have one ball. You can't have 4 balls, pal.
No, I know, but I'm saying out of the 4, they're the 4 I'd like to pick out of.
No.
So out of the 4, you pick all 4.
Okay,
Pick one.
so if I had to pick, I'll give Man United away.
Why?
Well, Man United have got to beat Newport. That's not a given.
Why?
Oh,
Why
okay,
would you
well-
want Man United? Just because you want to play one of the big boys? You want to go
No.
as far as you can?
Because I think we've got a chance in beating them.
We're not going to beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
Anderson, I know why you're saying Harlow. I'm not even sure any of you lot were born.
Well,
But
I'm
we
just
played
saying
Harlow.
that
It was
there's every
81.
chance.
Were you born in 81? January of 81?
I was born 15 years later.
What about Southern Jono? Were you about in 81?
I was probably 3 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I remember it. We lost in a replay to him, unfortunately. Leatherhead.
No.
So a lot of these, I was only 3 at the time, but I know about the Leatherhead lip, unfortunately. Anyway,
I'd be happy to get a lower Premier League side just to see how we can face against them.
I wouldn't mind Luton at home. Luton at home.
Luton or Maidstone, I'll take, and that'd be
Even
a nice.
Brighton at home to be at such an extent.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Brighton. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
KDH returning, maybe. I don't know.
Southern Jono, we didn't do this before. Scoreline for Swansea.
You asking me?
Yeah, Southern. Yeah, you are Southern Jono, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think we'll be back to winning ways. I think we'll do all right. 2-0.
Rightio. Well, cheers for joining us, Jono. So it's a 2-0 and Luton away in the next round of the cup for you, yes, pal.
That'd be spot on.
Right, Jono. Cheers for joining. That's all you have
Yeah.
to do. Click on the link and you come and speak your mind. Oh, he's gone. He's gone already. I was at Exeter as well, Aggie, on the day in 81. Oh, Harlow must have been 80 then, not 81. Geordie Jono. Scoreline Tuesday night.
3-1 to Leicester.
3-1. So you don't think the first team can keep a clean sheet, although you were hoping yesterday would keep a clean sheet?
I just think what happened is we'll go 1-0 up, squeak up on time for 40 minutes. Then we'll score another, so it'll be 2. Then it'll be 2-0. They'll score 2-1. Then it's squeak up on time again. Then we'll score, and then we'll.
Is Swansea a must win to settle the ship, Reedy?
Yeah, well, they drew to Birmingham when we've obviously just battered them 3-0. Then they lost to Southampton.
The scoreline flatters it a bit.
Well,
it was. We were destroyed in the first half.
We battered them in the second half, so let's just say that. Yeah, they drew to Birmingham. They lost to Southampton and then lost in the cup to Bournemouth. So we shouldn't be taking this lightly. We need to be battering them, and I think on the day I think we could smash them 3 or 4-0. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 on Tuesday.
Right. So Jono, you went 3-1, and who did you say in the cup?
Maidstone at home.
Maidstone at home. All right, and pal, 3-1 to Leicester and a home draw against Maidstone. I'm sort of on your lines there. Definitely Maidstone at home for me. You want or even Newport with the beat Man U this afternoon.
You'd say,
Newport,
that's
Maidstone, or Luton, one of those 3.
You'd say Maidstone's easier.
Well, it would be for us. Different kettle fish playing us against Ipswich. We shall see you later, John. See you next week, pal. So, Reedy, you've gone for, what did you say, scoreline? 2-0?
3-0.
3-0. So, Reedy's gone for a 3-0, and he's gone for a quarter of the teams that are still in the draw. So
No, I'll take a Man United away.
How can we be? Hold on. I think Andrew's up. How can we be destroyed in the first half when it was 0-0? I don't get how that makes sense. Yeah,
It's true.
yeah. How things be nice to change things up, not keep passing. Yeah. Unfortunately, Mark, I totally agree with you. It'd be nice to change things up, but his style of football isn't that way, and I don't think we can change it that easily, unfortunately. Reedy, I'm going to let you go. We shall see you later. Just stay on the line afterwards a little bit, pal. Don't shoot off. So we'll see you later. Cheers for joining me once again. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup, which is absolutely fantastic, which is what we want. We want to be in the FA Cup all the way. We want to get as far as we can in that FA Cup to give us a break when we're playing, and confidence. Keep the ball rolling. So it's ciao, ciao, adios, goodbye, arrivederci. There goes the final whistle. Come on, you foxes.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Barlow Blinds, Pocket Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Nubian Cow, The Fox's Arms and Rainbows. Run by the fans, for the fans. Follow us on socials at Leicester Fan TV and visit leicesterfantv.com for all the latest news, views,